Here comes Selena Todd, 31 years old. That makes her the veteran for Team Canada. The young divers cheering her on. She's a 4-time national champion, still trying to make her way to the Olympic Games. And it's in events like this that she gains that experience with a reverse 2.5 somersaults tuck.
Beautiful, beautiful. When you do a reverse 2.5 tuck position on 10 meters, you really need to control that dive because you have 10 meters to do that dive. So it's a very easy one. And I really love how Selena, she did her kick. She was confident. And then she, unfortunately, she was a little bit over past the vertical.
And the coach is saying exactly that at the moment. 6.5, 7, 7.5 on the dive. Good dive to start the event. From Australia now, Emily Meany will be doing an inward 2.5 pike position, 2.8 degree of difficulty.
Oh, beautiful. I love the pike position. That when the girls are doing that dive, for me, it's all about the pike position. And here she went. She was super close. Unfortunately, she reached too early for that entry, and that's the reason why it created a lot of splash.
So outside, coming out of the pike position, you have to take your time to look at the water. Well, take your time. It happens very fast. But line up the arms and the body so that you find that vertical. 50.40 to kick off the event for the Australian. From the United States of America, Nike Agundiadi. She'll be doing a back 2.5, 1.5 twist, pike position.
Okay, that's a higher degree of difficulty dive, and it's very hard for the girls because they really have to get that speed right here, and they have to take that pike and get in control for that entry. So we can see that now she was twisting a little bit when she had to rotate, so that creates movement, and that's the reason why she couldn't really get that clean entry.
It didn't seem like such a bad dive, but she gets lower scores because at the end, like you mentioned, the body kept turning sideways, and the judges do not like that. 5.5 and 6 to start the event. She's staying positive. From Great Britain now, Lewis Tolson with a forward 3.5 somersaults pike.
Okay, unfortunately, was missing a little bit of height to finish that entry. I feel like she wasn't able to really place her arms for that entry. She has a beautiful pike position, but here at the bottom, you can see that she didn't grab her hands the right way.
Really have to be aggressive towards the water, get that speed of rotation going. She knows she can do better. Here come the scores, 6.5s on the dive.
The water is coming very fast, so for the people who are diving on 10 meters, it's very important to stay super tight to really break that water and get that clean entry.
From Malaysia now, Pandalela Pang. Starting the event with a forward 3.5 pike position. And all the way through this event, you'll notice she's very delicate, beautiful line in the legs, the feet very, very pointed. Judges love to see that. Good
Beautiful,
start.
good start for Pandaleta. And as you mentioned, she's very elegant. Her positions are so pretty, and she's known for that. Look at right here, when she will grab her pike position, it's super tight right here. And then when she grabs her hands, it's very beautiful.
A little bit of splash at the end. That's going to cost a little bit of points. 7.5s on the dive for a 67.50, enough to put her in first place for now. Here comes Sarah Jaudoin Di Maria. You might notice a tiny bit of French in her name.
Yes.
She is Canadian, born Canadian here, moved to Italy to give herself a chance to compete at the Olympic Games. Having dual citizenship gives her that opportunity. And here she is with a back 2.5, 1.5 twist pike position.
Beautiful. I really love how she was aggressive for that entry. It's a very easy dive for Sarah. The jump was so high, her twist position was good, and she was in total control when she grabbed her pike position right here to get that entry clean.
3.2 degree of difficulty. She'll get nice scores here for a solid first dive. 7.5s for a total of 72 points. Tommaso Rinaldi, a great friend of mine, coaching now for Team Italy. Also from Italy, Maya Biginelli, and she will be starting with a reverse 2.5 somersaults, tuck position.
This is very unfortunate because she could have really do that dive very well. She jumped so high, but unfortunately she was too far from the board, so that created a momentum, and it gets very hard for her to come out at the right position, keep her abdominal very tight to get that entry.
Gonna be penalized for that. 5s on this one. Difficult start for the young diver. Just 19 years old. From Great Britain now, Andrea Spendolini Siriex with a back arm stand double somersault, 1.5 twist, 3.2 degree of difficulty.
What the judges would like to see now, it's a very beautiful control of that handstand, and she has to show a minimum of 3 seconds of hold.
Not so easy from a 10-meter platform.
No. Beautiful control. She saved it really well. As I mentioned, she had to show the control of the handstand, and she did that perfectly fine. And then she went for it. She was a little bit past the vertical, but in general, it was a very beautiful dive.
Just going past that vertical at the end, as you mentioned. 7s to round up the dive. Good start for the British diver.